Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Orcs Must Die. As you can see here, we have been granted the Weavers. They don't really look like a trap, or a couple of traps, or any traps. They're not traps. They're absolutely not traps. We'll discuss them in a moment here.
I was a lousy teacher, but he was the worst kind of student. Dim-witted, foolish, and too stubborn to focus on the fundamentals. That's why the Order paired us up. They sent their best and brightest to learn from other, more patient war mages. I got the bottom of the barrel. The joke's on them. Those brilliant young minds are dead, along with most of their masters. Slaughtered, trying to defend the rifts. The world is still doomed, of course. There aren't enough war mages left now. Though I laugh if the last one left standing is him.
Aha! I've made contact with the Order's Weavers on the far side of the rift. The Weavers have read all the old books. They should be able to hook me up with magic goodies.
Cool little statue in the back there. Alright, so we're starting at the rift. There's a pool of lava down there. We'll discuss the Weavers in a moment. Let's get a look at this level, however. So it looks like it's mirrored. It looks like there's stairs up on... stairs down on the other side. Either way, there's a portal to help us get back and forth. Go all the way around, and here's the door. Little corner. You could maybe do some sort of physicsy thing and send orcs down into the lava pool down there. In fact, that'd probably be a pretty intelligent way to go about things. Let's head all the way back this way. Yeah, okay, so from the rift, we head down on the other side. It's probably going to be a pretty close mirror. Just up versus down. Pretty long loop. Okay, and... nope, the door is rocking. Okay, so I have no idea which of the two sides they're going to be coming from. So, if you look up in the top left corner by our health and our mana, you can see it says Open Weavers. So we can open our spellbook, which we'll do. Orc Warrior, Kobold Runner, Gnoll Hunter, Crossbow Orc, Ogre. We'll talk about the Gnoll Hunter in a moment. They're kind of nasty.
Hello,
check out the Weavers,
ladies.
though. Weavers are how we will augment our character. And our traps, and our guardians, and whatever. So I'm pretty sure we can only choose one Weaver or the other. So there's the Steel Weaver, who upgrades your traps, and then the Elemental Weaver, who upgrades your weapons. Weapons will include not only your crossbow and your sword that I'm never ever ever going to use because melee weapons are dumb in this game. Just a bad idea. But they will also enhance our ability to stun things with like with our crossbow stun. I'm assuming player HP doubled after a melee kill. The player gains 30% extra speed. That could be, not bad. This will increase our frost weapon thing that we don't have yet, and this will increase our fire and lightning. Oh, and this will increase frost and wind. This will increase fire and lightning. We only have wind so far, but we will get more weapons and things later. Charged weapons, crossbow and blade staff kills grant 5% of mana bar, and it's a progression. So you have to start at the top, you get a thingy, and then you work your way down, I believe. I don't believe, I'm certain. Otherwise the tree wouldn't really make sense. I'm going to be going with... yeah, I'm absolutely going to be going with the Steel Weaver because I really like relying on my traps more than anything else. Until we get, like, maybe the ice belt or ring or whatever it is. Ice weapon. Ice baby. Until we get vanilla ice unlocked. And then, so other things. Traps will reset faster. That's pretty cool. Guardians, like your... well, we don't really have a paladin unlocked yet, but we've seen them in the game. And then our archers, most notably. increased health, and they regenerate any damage that they take. So that'll hopefully let them stay alive. And then Tempered Blades, Paladins can stun enemies when they attack. Elves will gain Flaming Arrows. The archers get Flaming Arrows so that they can get extra combos and do extra damage and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then better Physics Traps, which will also affect ogres, so we can like stun ogres or push them a little bit. It won't send them flying, but it'll at least affect them, which is pretty cool. And or Jagged Steel, which will let our piercing and cutting traps, like our arrows or our blade wall and those sorts of things, do a bleeding effect on enemies as well. It does cost coinage for all of this, however. I'm going
It's about to get dark in here, friend.
We're going to accept the Steel Weaver trap. Orcs killed by traps and guardians earn 66% more coins. That's for a cost of 500. Yes, we will acquire that. I'm not going to sink extra cash into the rest of those. We're going to actually want to place some traps. Back to the new creature. So, Gnoll Hunters. They are pretty tough. They are melee creatures that will run after me, basically, or my archers, if my archers are closer and easier to reach. They will hunt me down, or my guardians, and they will try to kill me, rather than actually going after the rift. So they're a really nasty little distraction. Okay. So what do we want to place? I think kind of our, well, my classic setup of tar, arrow walls, those are good. Hallways, like everywhere else in the entire freaking game, just a little too wide for the blade walls to be useful. Push trap, I don't know, maybe we could do some sort of shenanigans with like push traps or spring traps along here and launch crap into the lava. I don't know, that seems a bit fussy to me. Archers, I think we can put archers like up there. And they'll be able to shoot down here, so maybe that's going to be worthwhile. Floor traps. I do really like the floor scorchers. They're pretty handy. What else do we want? I mean, at this point, I don't know that I'm really going to use much else. Kobold runners can be maybe a bit of a hassle as well. I can go with the shock zapper. I mean, there are ceilings here, so they could potentially have use. I don't know. What do we want for one more? I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters. We'll bring a Manuel, just because why not, and then the Alchemist Satchel. So I don't know which side enemies are going to be coming from first. I think I've mentioned that.
Other white meat.
So let's go with... Let's go with most of our traps down here in this one spot. And then I will place myself up on the other side if that's where Orcs come from at first. I'll have a moment to kind of get our bearings once we start the level. And we'll put an archer there. I don't think we'll be able to get archers in a good position up top here. I mean, you can kind of shoot up top too. Okay, well, we won't worry about it. It looks like they're coming from the bottom door first, so that's kind of a lucky little gamble that I took there.
Keep moving.
I always forget that traps can actually break my Alchemist Satchel and cause it to explode, which is why you see them exploding when I constantly throw them into arrow traps. Alright. So I'm going to move my tar here, which maybe seems a little silly, but I'm also going to put the floor scorchers there. Oh, and everything's coming from the other side now. This is one of those levels where I'm not really expecting to get 5 skulls on my first try. I guess, like, you know, every other level that I've played in the game so far. But, the traps that I like using on this level, or the one that I like using the most, we don't have unlocked yet.
Careful! There's traps! Watch for traps!
And I'm going to leave it at that kind of ambiguous statement for now. There we go. Alright, we need some traps up here. No, we don't. Let's put all of our traps down on the bottom so that we can just kind of ignore it, ideally.
Something for your face.
Ah, Kobold Hunter. Where are you going? Or Knoll Hunter, I mean. Sorry. I think he's going after my archer. I don't think he is. I'm quite certain that he's going after my archer. And then I heard another one. Yeah, no archer for you either. There we go. Whew. Those things are nasty. Alright.
Orc, the other white meat.
We'll go with something kind of like that. And weavers, I think.
Go then.
Yeah, weavers
See if I
are
care.
pretty expensive. Let me rethink this.
I'm so
Something like that.
And handsome.
We'll go one in the center there, and I'll add more later, and then I want to drop 2 archers. 2 additional archers. And we are still on the clock for hitting par times, so I'm going to run up here and do that. Yeah, and the good news is the archers there can help out regardless of whether we're on top or bottom. Although, those orc archers might be a bit of a problem. I do need to start putting some traps up top here to help out.
Keep on moving! Don't hit him! Right, send us! Mike, whoa!
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh no, crossbow fire 1,000 times a second! Keep moving!
Whew, okay. At least so far, orcs are only coming from one side or the other. Yeah. Let's just take a moment and see how well our traps do here. If you recall, our traps are going to earn us more money than if I actually killed the orcs myself. Not sure when I turned plural, but myself.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. No! Looking good.
Drop one of those.
Picnic time!
It's a trap!
That one's for you,
Bye,
man.
evil guys.
This will be good.
Upgrade you to 3. And you know what? You can have 3 as well.
Orc, the other white meat.
Sounded like kobold runners up here. Yeah. Yep, down below now. Although this side is doing much better trap-wise. Yeah, that tar is really, really invaluable. Oh, and you dropped a coin too. That's really cool. Okay, let's hit the weavers. We're going to upgrade our timing on our traps. And jagged steel. Nope, that's a null hunter sound. Really bad sound to hear. Drop a couple more archers.
Warning, may cause death. What a mess.
No, 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 no. Archers, there's a more pressing threat here. Thank you.
Archer is down.
Who killed Narcher? Oh! Null Hunters also deal poison damage. You can see, well, for a moment there was some glowy green stuff on the archers. That was the poison damage. It slows you down. It can affect me too if I let the Null Hunters hit me. Okay, let's get some tar
It'll
here.
hurt a lot.
We'll go something like that. That should help this side with its survivability.
Out of my head.
Maybe just kind of thin the numbers a little bit there.
Woohoo!
Which way now? Watch the Go!
Ooh, there we go.
What a mess.
All right.
A little present for you, one for you, and one for you. It'll hurt a lot.
There we go. My OCD-ness helped resolve that a little bit. The reason I have the fire traps facing the direction that they are facing, up there at least. Here they're facing into the little kill zone. But the reason I have it the way it is because if anything walks over the top of it, which we're not going to see because those archers got, or those runners got wrecked. When it pops up to shoot flame, it has a little bit of a physicsy effect where it can kind of push creatures a little bit. Not as much as the floor, yeah, so you saw when it lifted up there. Not anywhere near as much as the actual floor launchers, the little spring traps, but it's enough that it can sometimes pop creatures, you know, like over the edge into the lava or something, which is pretty handy. However, we almost have enough to actually get full little kill trap set up here, so I'm going to do that instead.
Out of the way! I stay back here, yeah?
There we go. Oh crap, it's a Null Hunter. You can tell some of the really nasty creatures, like the Null Hunters, by their sound effects when they enter the game. We also saw that Null Hunter there get launched, the Floor Scorcher. Alright, I'm hoping my archers can handle themselves. I'm guessing the other Null Hunter came from above. There he is. Oops. Ooh, okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Whew. That's me. Not really much we can do about Null Hunters at this point. And we are on the final level, I guess. So it doesn't really matter. Never mind.
Yes!
Yeah! Cool. So did we break the convention and actually get 5 skulls, please? Come on, game. Come on. Yeah! Look at that. How did we do time-wise? Oh, a minute and a half under. That's really pretty good. Okay, cool. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. Getting the Weavers is huge because it really lets you change your strategy and kind of, you know, do better with less, I suppose. I mean, you're going to see me doing the same strategy with the Weavers where I focus on the trap side, but getting traps to reset faster, getting it so that orcs killed by your traps generate more coin, getting it so that your traps do more damage, they cause a bleed effect over time, upgrading your paladins, which we don't have yet. So we'll just skip over that, but upgrading your archers so that they have like fire arrows and stuff, like really, really, really good. So with that, I want to thank you all for joining me here in the Chaos Chamber, and I will see you next time.